How to check and replace a newer style door switch. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet before proceeding. You should already know how to open the controls panel and remove the top panel. This is the way that you disconnect the door switch from the wire harness. Go ahead and disconnect the door switch from the wire harness. Set your ohms meter on the lower setting to read ohms. The dryer door has to be closed to check the switch. Take a reading between the terminal on the right and the terminal on the left on the switch like this. With the dryer door closed, the reading should be 0 ohms. If the reading is infinity or OL, meaning open line, the switch is bad and you will need to replace it. This is how to replace the door switch. If you open the dryer door and the plunger on the switch is missing or broken, you don't have to test the switch. All you have to do is replace it. To replace a bad switch, remove the 2 holding screws. After removing the screws, just pull the bad switch out. Grab the new switch, set it in place, and screw in the 2 holding screws. Use the screwdriver to tighten the screws and keep the switch in place. Don't over tighten the screws because you could strip the holes on the switch. Push on the switch plunger a couple times to make sure that it's clicking on and off. Close the dryer door. Connect the door switch to the wire harness and complete reassembling the dryer, and you're done replacing a bad door switch. How to check and replace a door switch. Disconnect the dryer from the wall outlet before proceeding. You should already know how to open the controls panel and remove the top panel. Let me show you how to test the door switch. You will need to have the door closed on the dryer to do the test. Make a drawing of the switch with the location of the wires. Remove the blue wire and the white wire from the switch. Set your multimeter on the lower setting to read ohms. With the dryer door closed, take a reading between the 2 terminals on the switch. With the door closed, the reading should be 0 ohms. If the reading is infinity or OL, meaning open line, the switch is bad and you will need to replace it. This is how to replace the door switch. Before removing the door switch, make sure you make a drawing with the location of the wires. Now go ahead and remove the wires. Now remove the 2 holding screws and remove the switch. Grab the new switch and put the actuator on it. Set the new switch in place and screw in the 2 holding screws. Now tighten the 2 screws. Use the drawing of the switch to install the wires on the right terminals. Go ahead and install the wires on the switch. Try the switch and make sure that it clicks on and off. Close the dryer door and put the rest of the dryer together, and you're done replacing the door switch.